We all live in a world that gets busier and busier. It's so hard to fall asleep with such a busy mind, and I'm going to share with you guys what I have learned so that everyone can get a good night's rest. Why, hello there. This is JoPaddy, and welcome to my Sleep Story Sanctuaries. Tonight, I am a narrator for Dr. Orma's Sleep Science. Sleep advice from Dr. Steve Orma, a clinical psychologist and specialist in helping people with their sleep, anxiety, and stress. Getting a good night's sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And it's not hard to obtain if you know what to do and what not to do. Our bodies are built to sleep effortlessly and naturally. But life brings stress, anxiety, and other challenges that can interfere with our sleep. We might also consume things and engage in activities or practice certain behaviors that further disturb our sleep. And we may not even know we're doing it. I have experienced some poor sleep due to stress, anxiety, and depression. So in turn, I wanted to study and learn the most effective methods for sleep. So I want you guys out there to get healthy, restful sleep each and every night. So now I'm going to share what I have learned. I'm going to now share the advice on what you can do to start sleeping well now and for the future. The first step in getting good sleep is being in the right mindset. Sleep should be a pleasant and relaxing experience. For many, though, it's filled with anxiety and stress. One reason for this is the mistaken beliefs that many people hold about sleep. Let's go over some of them, and I will give you the correct information, which should help you allay some of the stress or anxiety you might have about sleep. The first mistaken belief is that you should try to sleep. For years, when I couldn't sleep, I would just try harder. If I were lying in bed, tossing and turning, my thoughts jumping around, I would keep waiting and hoping for sleep to come in an attempt to shut off my mind. Over time, I realized that the problem was with my intention. The harder I tried to sleep, the longer I stayed awake. The more I attempted to stop my mind, the longer it remained active. There's a paradox to sleep, and that it comes with when you're not trying. When you try to sleep, your mind monitors whether you're sleeping or not, which keeps your mind active and your body awake. Instead, have the intention of relaxing and letting go. If you're tired and ready for sleep, you will automatically and effortlessly fall asleep after about 10 to 20 minutes if you suddenly let go and relax. This is why doing something calming before bed can help prepare you for sleep. This can be meditation, reading, nothing too exciting though, listening to a sleep story, maybe some of mine, or anything that helps you let go. You can continue this after you get into bed to ease yourself into a peaceful slumber. The next mistake is believing that you won't be able to function the next day if you don't sleep. This concern causes anxiety for many people, but the fact is you can function on limited sleep. Many researchers study on students, physicians, astronauts, medical residents, and others have shown that if you get a minimum of 5.5 hours of sleep, your daytime performance would not be affected significantly, even over many months of poor sleep. And if you get less than that, you can still function, and there will be more pressure on your body to sleep the next night. You might not feel your best after a little sleep, but it's important to remember that you can still function if you don't worry about it at night, which will keep you up. The next mistake is believing that everyone needs 8 hours of sleep. The 8-hour myth is a major anxiety source for many. They worry, I better get 8 hours or I'll be a zombie tomorrow. The worry disturbs their sleep, and you wake up feeling tired the next day. But the truth is that we all require different sleep amounts. Just as we have different heights, eye color, hair color, metabolisms, we all require different lengths of sleep. Some people may only require 4 hours, like Thomas Edison, the famous short sleeper. Others 10, and others 7. Instead, focus on improving your sleep and establishing a regular sleep pattern, and your body will tell you how many hours it needs. The next mistake is believing that some people are able to sleep well and others are not. There are those people who, as soon as their head hits the pillow, fall fast asleep. These are the same people who can down a double espresso right before bed and sleep like a baby. Maybe you know someone like this. If for you sleep is more challenging, you may have adapted the belief that you're just not a good sleeper and that you will never be able to get a good night's rest. Some people have stronger sleep systems and are able to sleep with ease. For most of us, this isn't the case. Nonetheless, we all have the ability to sleep well. It's just a matter of learning what to do and what not to do, to allow your body to do what it's naturally built for. This information will help you begin to get good sleep more consistently. The next step in getting a good night's sleep is making sure your bed and bedroom act as cues for sleep. So when your head hits the pillow, you quickly fall into a deep and satisfying slumber. The way to achieve this is by practicing healthy sleep behaviors that will automatically bring sleep and changing behaviors that are inhibiting your sleep. Here are 8 behaviors I recommend for establishing regular and healthy sleep pattern. Number 1, establish a nightly bedtime routine. Start your nighttime routine about an hour before going to sleep. Tasks can include brushing your teeth, putting on bedtime clothes, meditating, deep breathing, or other relaxing exercises. Reading or listening to something relaxing or non-stimulating. So that means no horror novels or rock and roll music. Avoid electronic gadgets like computer, tablets, smartphones. Vigorous physical activity, job-related work, and serious discussions with your partner, as all of these will wake you up and keep you awake. Keep your routine consistent even while traveling, if possible. After a few weeks, it will become a new habit, and your body will start to associate this new routine with sleep and actually begin falling asleep as you perform your routine, even before getting into bed. Number 2, only get into bed when you are sleepy. Even if you have completed your nightly routine and it is your designated bedtime, if you are not sleepy, do not get into bed. Sleeping means you are nodding off and having a hard time staying awake. It does not necessarily mean feeling tired. You might feel exhausted, but your body could still be alert and not ready to sleep. This is especially true if you haven't had a chance to wind down or are still stressed out. Stay up even if it gets late. Now you might worry, it's getting late and I won't get enough sleep. I better go to bed or I'll be exhausted tomorrow. This is a common concern, but worrying will only raise your anxiety and make it harder to sleep. It's true you might get less sleep, but that sleep will likely be of better quality, and if you wake up tired the next morning, remember you can still function and your body will feel more pressure to feel sleepy the next night to compensate for lost sleep. Once you're sleepy, get into bed and listen to a sleep story to help you drift off. Number 3, use your bed only for sleep and intimacy. Do not use your bed for work, serious relationship talks, eating, reading, watching TV, surfing the internet, talking on the phone, worrying, or any other activity other than sleep or sex. Again, you want your bed to be associated only with sleep. Sex is allowed because your bed is usually the most convenient and common place to do it, and because it can relax you enough to fall asleep. Other activities can trigger emotions, stress, or alertness, which will only keep you awake and become linked with your bed and bedroom. It's also not a good idea to work in your bedroom, even at a separate desk. All the above activities should be performed in another room. If you live in a studio, then create a separate area away from the bed where you can work. Number 4, get out of the bed if you cannot fall asleep. If you are not asleep after about 20 to 30 minutes, then get out of bed and go into another room. You can just approximate this time rather than keeping an eye on the clock. You may worry about getting out of bed. You may become more awake, but this won't happen. Getting up will tire you out quicker and help bring the association of being awake with your bed. You might also worry you'll be wasting precious sleep time by getting up. And if you just try harder, you'll get to sleep. Believe me, you'll only get more frustrated and become more awake and strengthen the sleeplessness bed association. By not remaining in bed, you get tired quicker and actually save those precious sleep minutes. Number 5, once out of bed, do something boring or relaxing. Read an adult book. Textbooks are great for this. Watch a boring TV program. Do something relaxing, like listening to calming music or relaxing, exercising, deep breathing, guiding visualization. Keep the lights off or dim them. Don't go on a computer because your brain may think it's daytime. Avoid physical activity as it will wake you up more, and be sure not to drift off on the couch. Here's a personal tip. When I was having trouble with sleep, I found that if I framed this late night period as extra free time, I came to enjoy the quiet and peace and not worry that I was awake. With no distraction and phone calls, it became the perfect chill time for me. Once I started thinking about it this way, the worry of not falling asleep dissipated, which helped me fall asleep. Number 6, get back into bed when you are sleepy. Only return to the bed when you are sleepy or nodding off. Once in bed, if you don't fall asleep within 20 to 30 minutes, get back out of bed. This may seem counterintuitive as your goal is to sleep, but this process will tire you out and break the negative association between your bed and wakefulness. Repeat steps 4 through 6 as many times as needed until you fall asleep in bed. If you wake up in the middle of the night and don't fall back to sleep for 20 to 30 minutes, then follow the same steps. Number 7, establish a regular wake-up time. This technique is really important for establishing a regular sleep pattern and getting good rest. Set your alarm or whatever you require to wake you up at a regular time every day. Do this on weekends too. Get up even if you slept poorly or had little sleep. Do not hit the snooze button. Get up immediately if you are trying to establish a regular automatic sleep-wake cycle. Sticking to a regular wake-up time can be challenging, especially on weekends or if you have the luxury of sleeping in and don't have to get up. But if you do this over a few weeks, your body will start to wake up automatically at or around your set wake up time, and it will become easy to get up at that time every day. Number 8, don't nap during the day. There is disagreement about napping, whether it helps or hurts your sleep, even though I like to nap sometimes. But they say if you want good sleep at night, don't nap. Some say napping is okay, as long as it's not longer than 30 to 45 minutes and before 4 o'clock p.m. Otherwise, you'll be groggy and less tired for sleep at night. Personally, I tried napping and both not napping. My findings reveal that if I resisted nodding off in the afternoon, even when I really wanted to, the desire to nap went away after a few weeks, once my sleep-wake cycle was reestablished. Now I don't really nap at all. Experiment and find out what works best for you. However, I find that on a nice rainy or thunderstormy afternoon, I cannot resist a nap. For many people, what keeps them up at night is the worry or an active mind. You get into bed and your mind starts going, and it's hard to make it stop. Here's some advice for calming the mind so you can sleep. First, remember only to get into bed when sleepy. Put on that sleep story, preferably one of mine, and this will distract your mind and will allow you to fall asleep effortlessly. Remember, don't try to fall asleep, but instead have the intention of relaxing and letting go. Just listen to the story, relax, and your body will do the rest. If it's been 30 minutes and you're still awake, it probably means you're not tired enough, or you may need to wind down some more. Get out of bed, go into another room, and do something relaxing. Get back into bed when you're relaxed and sleepy. If you're lying in bed and your mind is still active, worrying or ruminating about something, then get out of bed if it hasn't calmed down after 30 minutes. Once out of bed, grab a pen and some paper and write down every last thing that is on your mind, what's weighing on your mind, until there's nothing left. And tell yourself you'll deal with it tomorrow and put the pen and paper aside. If you're tired now, go back to bed. If not, do something more relaxing until you're sleepy. The following day, you can address the worries or concerns you wrote down by thinking them through and making a decision or taking action. It's common that some of the concerns may not seem that important the next day, and you can just discard them. The next thing I want to talk about is stress. Stress can keep you up because it makes it hard to relax, which is required for sleep. Stress is not necessarily bad. Exercise causes stress, and so do many positive things. But in order to fall asleep, you need to let go of stress and allow your body to relax. Here are some effective ways to dissolve the stress. Set aside time to wind down in the evening before bed. Schedule at least an hour. 2 to 3 hours is ideal, but every evening, allow at least 1 hour to de-stress. It's important that you carve out this time in your schedule, otherwise it will likely be filled with something else. You can do anything that will help you to relax and decompress and relax, like reading, watching TV, knitting, taking a bubble bath, or even meditating. Make sure not to do anything that will wake you up. Protect this time. Guard it. And saying no to others is vital. Taking care of yourself physically and mentally and emotionally. Here are several ways to do this. Make sure you eat. Many busy people skip meals or eat less than adequate, impacting energy and stress levels. If you don't eat enough, you won't have the fuel needed to function. and this will place increased stress on your body and impact your sleep pattern. When you're sick, take the time to rest and recover. Don't work through it, as it will just take longer for you to get better and de-stress, and it will disrupt your sleep. Take vacations, even little mini ones. Taking time off periodically from work is vital for recovering from built-up stress. A couple of hours chilling at night and time off on weekends, which you should also do, are important for basic maintenance. It is not enough over time to fully manage stress and fatigue. Taking a vacation gets you out of your usual environment, ideally away from your electronic devices, and it gives you extended time to rest and refuel physically and psychologically. Doesn't have to be extravagant. There are many low-cost options for travel that will work just fine. Engage in a hobby. Use your activities, as you can do in the evening and on weekends, are a great way to distress, to add more enjoyment to your life. Choose the ones that appeal to you most. Spend time with friends and family, but only the ones you like. Socializing with people you enjoy can be fun and relaxing. I always say people need people, you just have to find your people. So surround yourself with people that you care about and people that care about you. This includes romantic time with your partner, dating, or hanging out with friends and family. However, make sure you thoughtfully choose the people you spend time with. If they only increase your stress, then limit your time with them, or even cut them out if it's very toxic. Get a massage or have a spa day. Most people enjoy a good massage and spending time in a spa, but they never treat themselves. While it can be expensive, they're usually inexpensive options, especially in larger cities. You can also do it as a special reward for yourself once or twice a year. The benefits of exercise are widely known. Better overall health, decreased risk of disease, stronger and more flexible muscles and joints, increased energy, and so much more. But few talk about how exercise benefits sleep. Here are the reasons why exercise helps you sleep better. Exercise raises your body temperature. Most people think that their normal body temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and that it stays at this level throughout the day unless they're sick. Actually, 98.6 is the average body temperature. It usually varies up to 1.5 degrees over the course of the day, following a circadian rhythm. Circadian means about a day, and can be affected by age, hormones, and other factors. Your body temperature is highest in the mid-afternoon and then reaches its peak around 6 o'clock p.m. It's at its lowest point in early morning. Exercise raises your body temperature, which causes a more intense drop in body temperature for several hours following exercise. This more dramatic drop in body temperature helps you fall and stay asleep. For optimal effect on body temperature, exercise 3 to 6 hours before going to sleep, and do not exercise less than 3 hours before bedtime, as it won't give your body enough time to cool down, which can keep you up. Personally, I find exercise a great stress reliever, as well as tiring me out and setting me up for a good night's sleep. Especially since I have a lot of anxiety, exercise is best. It really gets my mind off many things. The next benefit to exercise is that it places stress on your body. Stress is usually considered harmful, but when you exercise, you deliberately put stress on your body, which makes you stronger and fitter. The stress you get from exercise tires you out. Your brain and body compensate for this increased demand by making you sleep deeper and more soundly to restore and rejuvenate you. Another benefit of exercise is that it increases your exposure to sunlight if you do it outside. Light and darkness directly affect your circadian rhythm, which regulates your body temperature and sleep on a 24-hour clock. When you're exposed to bright light, your body temperature increases and it releases melatonin, an actually occurring hormone that your body promotes sleep, is decreased, causing wakefulness. Conversely, when it's dark, melatonin levels increase and promote sleep. However, there's one problem. The invention of the light bulb, which has provided as countless benefits, has also affected our sleep patterns. Artificial light reduces our daily exposure to sunlight during the day and limits the amount of darkness we get at night. This can disturb our circadian rhythm, body temperature, levels of melatonin, and cause sleep problems. The solution is to take control of your light. Exercising outside is a fantastic way to increase your exposure to sunlight. Not only will you get the physical benefits and increased body temperature, you also maintain your body's natural circadian rhythm and normal melatonin releasing, which will improve your energy, mood, and alertness during the day and promote better sleep at night. Here are some other tips for taking control of your light to maintain your circadian rhythm and maximize good sleep. As soon as you awake in the morning, open the blinds. Go for a morning walk. Sit by a window that lets some light in during the day. Dim or shut off the lights, work or at home, after sunset. Refrain from using electronics like computer and smartphone at least an hour before bedtime. Sleep in a pitch dark room, or you can use blackout shades or a sleep mask. Personally, I do like a little bit of a dim nightlight or a candle. If you have large windows and there's a lot of sunlight in your home, don't wear your sunglasses in the house. Try to avoid it. It will block the natural light and decrease the effects of natural sunlight in your body's sleep system. Now you may worry that you're used to wearing your sunglasses and the light in your home will be too bright without them. But unless you need to wear sunglasses for a vision problem or to prevent severe reflection, you don't need them. I don't wear sunglasses in the house, even though I have an eye problem, but I always make sure that I wear my sunglasses outside at all times. The next benefit of exercising is that it reduces overall stress. Even though exercise places stress on your body, it's only for a brief period, and your bodily stress decreases. Exercise loosens your muscles and can reduce symptoms of depression, stress, and anxiety. Anxiety and stress keep you awake, so reducing them will help you fall and stay asleep. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of exercise you do. Anything that tires you out is good. It doesn't have to be vigorous either. A brisk walk will do the trick. I recommend exercising at least 4 times a week, outside whenever possible, and on a regular basis to get the full sleep benefits. On nights you don't sleep well, you will be tempted to skip exercise the next day. You may think, I'm tired and don't have the energy, and will be tempted to not exercise on those days and just rest. But even if you're tired and only slept a couple hours, stick to your exercise schedule. The only exception would be is if you're sick. It may be harder to exercise on less sleep, but will still have all the benefits I've covered, as well as creating more pressure on your body to sleep at night. If you are unable to exercise for some reason, like you have an injury or you're sick, one great alternative is a hot bath with bubbles or Epsom salts too. Like exercise, a hot bath raises your body temperature, then causes it to steeply decrease, which is a good thing. From the time you bathe to the time you go to sleep, it's also relaxing. It's important to make the bath hot and keep it hot for 20 to 30 minutes as you soak. You can also use a jacuzzi. You should do this about 2 hours before bedtime because the temperature drop happens more quickly after a bath than after exercise. Don't take it any closer than 2 hours before bedtime, or your body temperature may not have time to drop enough for sleep. For people who live in overcast or northern climates, like myself, and get limited natural sunlight, the use of a light therapy device can be an alternative for a regular circadian rhythm and sleep cycle, though it's not as effective as getting natural sunlight. Light therapy involves sitting near a device that emits bright light that simulates outdoor lighting. You'll use it for about 15 to 45 minutes each morning while doing work or other tasks. In addition to exercise, an active lifestyle will help your sleep. Being active means engaging in life with both mind and body. Pursue the career of your dreams. Take up hobbies you enjoy. Go out with friends. Travel. Play sports for fun. Enjoy the arts. Read. Learn and spend time with family. Challenge yourself, both physically and intellectually. The more active you are in this respect, the more rewarding life will be, and the more satisfied and tired you will be at the end of your day. The more satisfied and active you are in your life, the more peace of mind you will have at night when you get into bed, and the better you will sleep. The environment in which you sleep can have an impact on the quality of your sleep. Here's how to optimize your sleep surroundings. Number 1, keep your bedroom cool and your bed warm. Your body temperature plays an important role in your sleep. Therefore, a warm room can raise your body temperature and make it more difficult to sleep. Research has shown that about 65 degrees Fahrenheit is the optimal temperature for sleep. In the summer, keep your shades or curtains closed during the day to keep out sunlight that heats the room. Then open the windows at night to cool your room off and circulate air. You can leave the windows open if you sleep, if there isn't any bothersome outside noise. An air conditioner or fan is also helpful, particularly in hotter climates. In the winter, turn the heat down or off at night so it's cool in your bedroom. Make sure to keep yourself warm in bed using the right amount of blankets, but not too warm. And be mindful of what you wear or don't wear. Make sure it keeps you warm, but not enough so you perspire, which will disturb your sleep. Number 2, keep your bedroom dark. Sleeping in a dark room is important for melatonin release and activating your sleep system. However, like I said earlier, I do like that tiny little nightlight. But you can use blackout shades or a sleep mask if it's really needed. Use the nightlight in the bathroom instead of your bedroom. This will prevent extra light exposure in the middle of the night. Here's a personal tip. Cover your alarm clock if it emits light. Blocking the light also prevents you from clock watching, reducing anxiety about what time it is and about how long you've been sleeping. Number 3, keep your bedroom quiet. Noise disturbs sleep. Even if you are sound asleep, your brain is still aware of what's going on around you and can hear noises. This is especially true in the latter half of the night, when your sleep is lighter. We all respond to different noises, so what wakes one person up might not wake up another. This is because what sound we respond to is based upon is personal an emotional need to us. So, a new mother might awaken from the sound of her baby crying, but not by loud traffic noise outside. The noise that bothers us most is varying or sudden noise or a loud noise, like a bang or something falling, a crack of thunder. Most people adjust to noise that is constant or consistent, like the oscillating fans or living by a freeway or airport. But variant noise, like a barking dog, birds chirping, or a noisy neighbor, can jolt you in your sleep, wake you up, and you may not even remember in the morning that it happened. Nonetheless, it disturbs your sleep, and you can wake up feeling tired, or even after several hours of sleep. Also, the poorer you sleep, the more sensitive you'll be to sound, so it's vital that you keep your bedroom as noise-free as possible. Here are some ways to minimize noise. Close your windows if there's outside noise. Wear earplugs. Use a sound machine like rain or ocean waves, or like I said earlier, fall asleep to one of my sleep stories. Put on relaxing music, sleep music. Use a fan or air conditioner, which creates white noise. White noise is a huge help for drowning out the variant noise that comes from inside or outside your home. It creates a constant ambient sound that masks other sounds, making it easier to sleep. If you have a partner who snores, and this is one reason why you can't sleep, then you can urge your partner to get treatment for it. If your partner refuses to get help, you can ask him or her to sleep in another room. This may sound harsh or extreme, but this is not a small issue. Good sleep is vital to a happy and healthy life. If you have a partner who moves around or gets up a lot, and this is affecting your sleep, here are some things you can do. Use a separate sheet and blanket, which is also good if your body temperature differs from your partner. Get a larger bed or separate twin beds. Here's a personal tip. I use a memory foam type mattress and pillow, and I absolutely love it. I've had it for years. It minimizes movement, especially if you share your bed with someone. So if your partner shifts around or moves around in their sleep or gets up at night, you won't feel it because the bed barely moves. You also can use separate blankets and don't use that top sheet, which will prevent you from disturbing each other when you move about. You can also control your body temperature by using a heavier or lighter blanket than your partner. This tip won't just help your sleep, but it will help your relationship. Number 4, make your bed comfortable. A cozy, inviting bed is much more likely to make you look forward to sleep, creating a positive bed-sleep association. It's important to choose the type of bed, pillow, and bedding that makes you most comfortable, such as firmness or softness of your mattress, throw count of your sheets, and type of fabrics. This is where you spend a third of your life. So it's worth it to invest a little money to make it as comfortable as possible. Number 5, make your bedroom an oasis for sleep. The more inviting your bedroom is, the more it becomes associated with restfulness and calmness. The more peaceful your place of sleep feels, the more likely you look forward to sleep and have a restful night. Here are some suggestions. Put up soothing photographs like a Caribbean beach or a waterfall or a desert, or keep your walls bare. Or you can hang up one of your paintings that you made. Use a warm or calming pink color. Keep your room clean and uncluttered. Remove all work or school-related items like books, your desk, etc., etc. Keep electronics out like your TV, computer, or smartphone. Use pleasant scents like lavender, roses, or jasmine. One study shows that smell can affect your dreams. More positive dreams with good smells, and more negative dreams with unpleasant smells. Also pay attention to what you eat. If you eat within 2 hours before going to bed, it might bother you depending on what you're eating. You may lose a lot of sleep. Maybe spaghetti sauce doesn't sit well, or pizza, or ice cream. Some things just don't sit well right before you go to sleep. So pay attention to your eat pattern that goes with your sleep cycle. Apply these sleep practices to your life and make them a normal part of your daily routine. If you do, you'll start sleeping better now and for the future. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.